Hello and welcome to my latest video on Jurassic World Alive. With the imminent release of the 2.11 update, if you want to know how to create the new hybrid creatures in that release, then this is the video for you. So we'll start things off with the new unique Parasaurthops. This is as I said, a unique creature. It's cunning and resilient, and it's made up of Parasaurolophus lux and Acrocanthops DNA. So both of those are legendary. Both of those are legendary creatures. So they're going to need to be at level 20 to be able to fuse Parasaurthops DNA. And it'll be 50 DNA per fuse for Parasaurthops. So if you want to create Parasaurthops, you're going to need to get to 250 DNA, and that will be able to create it at level 21. In order to build that amount of DNA, you're going to need 650 DNA from Parasaurolophus lux and Acrocanthops, and that's based on getting an average of 20 DNA per fuse. If you're a bit luckier, then it'll take fewer fuses, and obviously that would be less DNA from Parasaurolophus and Acrocanthops. But that's just as an average. If you then want to level it to level 30, you're going to need 3,000 Parasaurolophus lux DNA, and as again with an average of 20 DNA per fuse, you're going to need 7,500 DNA from Parasaurolophus lux and Acrocanthops. So that's a lot of DNA to get. So let's have a look at the different ways we can get DNA. So Acrocanthops is a hybrid itself, so you're going to need to get Acrocanthosaurus and Arctops DNA to fuse to get Acrocanthops DNA. So starting with Parasaurolophus, that is a global short-range creature that will spawn anytime, but you're going to need to be within your short range distance, that kind of that darker blue radar on the map for you. With Acrocanthops, it's Acrocanthosaurus and Arctops DNA. That's the only way you're going to be able to get Acrocanthops DNA, because it's an event exclusive creature. It's not going to spawn anywhere. You're going to be reliant on events providing incubators or strike towers, etc. for Acrocanthops. So beyond that, it's going to be fusing DNA from Acrocanthosaurus and Arctops. So Acrocanthosaurus, that's an area 3 or a zone 3 creature that will spawn day, dawn or dusk. And Arctops, again, like Acrocanthops, is an event exclusive, so doesn't spawn. You're going to need to rely on events. So I said it's not really they're not gonna spawn, but actually you can actually use scents to get these creatures to spawn. So Acrocanthosaurus has the from left to right there. You've got the irresistible scent. You've got the 3rd anniversary scent, and you have the spelling bee scent. So if you have any of those, then use those to try and get Acrocanthosaurus to spawn nearby. Arctops, that has 2 scents. So that has the anniversary, not the 3rd anniversary like Acrocanthosaurus. So there's no 3 on the logo there, and it's also the Halloween scent. So either of those will help Arctops be spawned nearby, so you can dart it, get DNA, and then fuse for Acrocanthops, which in turn you can then fuse for Parasaurthops. Okay, so moving on to Ovilophamoloch. This is a legendary creature. It's a cunning and resilient hybrid, and made up of Ovilophosaurus DNA and Stygimoloch Gen 2 DNA. So as a legendary, you're going to need to get these two at level 15 before you can start fusing, and you're going to need 50 DNA for Ovilophosaurus and 500 DNA for Stygimoloch Gen 2 per fuse. Okay, so to create Ovilophamoloch, you're going to need to get 200 DNA to get it to level 6 to create a level 16, and as an average you're going to need about 500 DNA from Ovilophosaurus and 5,000 DNA from Stygimoloch Gen 2. Okay, once created it'll be at level 16. If you want to get that to level 30 you're going to need 11,250 DNA. So with the fusing you're going to need about just over 28,000 DNA from Ovilophosaurus and a staggering 281,500 DNA from Stygimoloch Gen 2. Obviously that's a common creature, so it needs more DNA to fuse. So similar to Parasaurthops, you've got Ovilophosaurus is actually a hybrid itself, so so you're going to need Dilophosaurus and Oviraptor DNA to fuse Ovilophosaurus DNA. So we'll start with Ovilophosaurus. It's an event exclusive creature, so again it's not going to spawn. You will be dependent on strike events and event incubators. Stygimoloch Gen 2 is a global anytime creature, so I'm sure you've seen that spawned on your map a lot. So you can get plenty of DNA from Stygimoloch Gen 2. It's widely available on the map as a global anytime spawning creature. So Dilophosaurus, this is an event exclusive, so it doesn't spawn generally around the map, so you're going to be dependent on events. Oviraptor is a global short-range anytime creature, so a little bit like Parasaurolophus lux. Oviraptor is a short-range creature, so you're going to need to be within that smaller radius radar on the map. In terms of scents, Ovilophosaurus is a third anniversary scent. You can use that to get that to spawn nearby and dart it. Stygimoloch Gen 2 is you can use a charger scent if you have any to draw that out. And Dilophosaurus, you've got the, from left to right, you've got the Be the Boss scent, which was recently made available. You've got the Fool's scent, and you've got the Swift Theropod scent. Okay, so all three will have the potential for drawing out Dilophosaurus to dart. Oviraptor has the Lunar scent and the third anniversary scent. So again, use those to draw Oviraptor out to dart. So on to Enteloloceros. This is a legendary again, and it's a fierce and resilient creature made up of Enteloloceros and Megaloceros DNA. So Enteloloceros is epic creature. You'll need to be at minimum level 15 to fuse Enteloloceros, and you'll need 50 DNA per fuse for that. Megaloceros, that's a rare. Again, it'll need to be at level 15 to fuse a legendary, but it'll be 200 DNA per fuse. Okay, so again, because it's legendary, you're going to need to get 200 DNA to create Enteloloceros at level 16, and you're going to need 500 Enteloloceros DNA and 2000 Megaloceros DNA to get that to create. Again, it's an average. Once you've created, if you want to get to level 30, max it out, you're going to need 28,150 DNA for Enteloloceros and 112,600 DNA for Megaloceros. Okay, so Enteloloceros, that's a hybrid made up of Entelodon and Moschops DNA. So it's Enteloloceros is a event exclusive, so it doesn't generally spawn on the map. Megaloceros does spawn. It's a global spawn on a Tuesday, so you'll see it spawning on Tuesday, so look out for that. Regardless of where you are, it is a global spawn. So on to Entelodon. This is a global spawn day, dawn and dusk, so look out for Entelodon at those times of the day. and Moschops is a local area 3 spawn during the night, dawn and dusk. So if you're in zone 3, look out for Moschops during night, dawn and dusk. In terms of scents to draw out these creatures, Enteloloceros, you can use the anniversary scent if you have one. Megaloceros, again, you can use the anniversary scent to draw that one out. Entelodon, you've got the Fool's scent. So that was a April Fool's scent in, I think it was 2021 this year, I think. And Moschops, again, is an anniversary scent. So you can see there, 3 out of those 4 creatures use the anniversary scent. So if you've got any of those, I would highly recommend you using them. There's a good chance you're going to get these creatures spawning, and then you can dart it, get the DNA, you can build up your Enteloloceros DNA. Okay, and finally on to Cyanocodoraptor. Again, this is a new legendary creature in 2.11. Is a cunning, and from the looks of it, is a flock creature. So this is made up of Dakotaraptor and the new common Cyanocodoraptor creature. So that's not currently available, will be available in 2.11 once it's released. So again, both these creatures will need to be at level 15 before you can start fusing Cyanocodoraptor. If you want to create this new legendary, then you'll need 200 DNA to create it at level 16. That will mean approximately 500 DNA from Dakotaraptor and 5,000 DNA from the new Cyanocodoraptor common creature. Once you've created it, if you want to get to level 30, you're going to need 11,250 DNA of Cyanocodoraptor to get it to level 30. So in terms of fusing, you're probably going to need around just over 28,000 DNA from Dakotaraptor and 281,500 DNA from the new Cyanocodoraptor creature. Neither Dakotaraptor or Cyanocodoraptor are hybrids themselves, so you can get DNA for Dakotaraptor through the 3rd anniversary scent or the raptor scent if you have either of those, because it is actually an event exclusive creature, so it doesn't actually spawn. In terms of Cyanocodoraptor, we don't currently know whether that will spawn anywhere on the map, whether it's restricted to specific areas, if it's event exclusive, or we can get it from scents. We just simply don't know right now, so yet to be determined following the 2.11 update. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it or found it informative. Please do provide feedback in the description below. I always respond to comments, so please feel free to add your comments, feedback or suggestions. Okay, until next time, this is Alien Newt.